We're with Micah Hauptman, Financial Services Counsel for the Consumer Federation of America, a consumer watchdog organization. Micah, we're here to talk about something called the fiduciary rule. Basically, what is that?
It means when somebody gives you investment advice relating to retirement accounts, they're required to serve your best interest, not their own financial interest. And what that means is they can't recommend products that are better for them, but leave you with less savings.
And how is the fiduciary standard or the fiduciary rule different than the suitability standard?
Well, fiduciary means best interest. So somebody who's a fiduciary has a duty of care to provide investment advice like a prudent professional would, and they have a duty of loyalty to make sure that they're not engaging in self-dealing, so they can't enrich themselves at your expense. Whereas suitability is a lesser standard. It's a sales-based standard, and out of all of the suitable options, a financial advisor can recommend the least suitable. And typically, firms create incentives for advisors to recommend those suitable products which pay the advisor and the firm a lot more money and are not in the best interest of the client.
And are consumers in general, are they surprised to find out that their financial advisors aren't operating under this fiduciary standard?
Yeah, there is survey research that investors expect that their financial advisor is providing investment advice in their best interest. They already believe that the law requires their financial advisor to provide advice that's in their best interest, and they're not very happy when they find out that that's not the case.
Okay, and so this is a Department of Labor rule that they're attempting to put into place. Can you give me the overview of what did the Obama administration do with that, and then what has the Trump administration done with it?
So the Obama administration finalized the rule in April of 2016, and it was supposed to kick in beginning in April of 2017. The Trump administration delayed it by 60 days to June of 2017, and the president issued a presidential memorandum instructing the Department of Labor to re-examine the rule, and if they make certain findings, then the department is instructed to rescind or revise the rule. There were two phases of implementation. So the first phase kicked in June of 2017. The second and more consequential phase, which provides an enforcement mechanism if the standard is violated, is expected to kick in on January of 2018, but the Trump administration has proposed to delay it by 18 months, and it's not clear whether it's ever going to become applicable.
So we're in October of 2017. So right now, advisors are supposed to be operating under it, but there's no enforcement mechanism. Is that right?
That's correct. So if retirement advisors are providing investment advice to retirement plans, they are fiduciaries currently, and they have to comply with so-called impartial conduct standards, which means they have to provide advice that's in the best interest of the investor without regard to their own financial interest. They have to charge no more than reasonable compensation, and they can't make any misleading statements. However, there's no enforcement mechanism to ensure that they actually comply and hold them accountable if they don't.
Okay. And we're talking here about retirement accounts. What about other types of savings accounts, a college savings account or a regular taxable brokerage account? Do these rules, would the fiduciary rule apply to them?
So for some accounts, they do fall under the DOL's authority. For taxable accounts, that is within the SEC's authority. The SEC has put out a request for information on the standards of conduct for broker-dealers and investment advisors, and they may act in this space too. The DOL and the SEC are seeking to coordinate. It's not really clear whether they're going to coordinate and level up to the DOL fiduciary standard. I don't expect them to. I would expect them to level down to a weaker standard.